I don't really want to make a video about Count Dankula, but it's been brought up a couple of times, so I thought I'd make a quick video about it, and free speech and censorship in general. First, the whole issue around Dankula. I don't really have anything to add that hasn't already been said many times by other people. I think the whole thing is ridiculous, especially given that the government won't do anything about paedophile gangs raping young girls by the hundred, but does find the time and money to prosecute someone for making a silly video. I don't like how the press is trying to sweep these stories under the rug, all the while running stupid "Trump is a Russian puppet" type stories that are as stupid as they are irrelevant. And I think if the government has any sense, it will free Dankula and apologise, or at very least make sure he never spends a day in jail. As for why this happened, I honestly don't know. Everyone just blames their favourite punching bag and moves on. Personally, I'm tempted to point the finger at a political system that makes it nearly impossible for a party outside the big three to get elected. Though that's due in part to said outside parties shitting themselves by having a good idea and then bolting on a bunch of nonsense, allowing the major parties to steal some of their better ideas so they can half-arse it enough to win the election. One thing I want to do though is complain about constitutionalists. As much as you don't want to hear it, Britain is not little America, and getting a constitution will not magically fix everything. A constitution is not a magic, bulletproof decree that never changes and, once written, must always be obeyed. It's a political document that can be changed, or let's say amended, whenever it's convenient. And if you doubt this, tell me how that whole prohibition thing is going. In my rant about the problems with anti-SJWs, I said I didn't like how, all too often, anti-SJWs go too far in the other direction. I bring this up because some of the more extreme American conservatives aren't helping when they bumble into a thread screaming, "Dem there United Kingdom of Englanders need a constitution and guns to protect it. Kia! Ban the gays! Atheism is a religion!" All I can do is the whole double face palm, and that's assuming the comments don't get worse from there. On a mostly unrelated note, the UK has banned Omega Labyrinth Z. The 18-rated game was banned because the VSC rating board believes this content in a game which could have a strong appeal to non-adult players is an issue which would be unacceptable to the majority of UK consumers and, more importantly, has the potential to be significantly harmful in terms of social and moral development of young people in particular. Yes, that's right, because we all know how children love roguelike dungeon crawl games with lots of fan service. Plus, got to teach them good morals, you know, like that pirate game Sea of Thieves that all the kids are into these days. As we all know, a good pirate never takes another person's property. Plus, how did this happen anyway? Didn't the game's press and SJWs say that no one's going to take your games away? And since this is the government banning the game, they can't just dismiss it by saying it's only censorship when the government does it, right? But sarcasm aside, why did I put Dankula and Omega Labyrinth together? Well, I didn't want to make a video about Dankula, but I did want to rant about Omega Labyrinth. But in a way, they are also kind of about the same thing, free speech. And before I end this video, I want to point out something. Remember when the VSC said that it would be unacceptable for the majority of UK consumers? This seems to imply that something that doesn't appeal to the majority should be banned. But not only that, I'm pretty sure that Dankula being found guilty of a hate crime just because he made a silly video is unacceptable to the majority of UK consumers, but that still happened. I'm also fairly sure that Muslim rape gangs are unacceptable to the majority of UK consumers, but they are allowed to exist. You see where I'm going with this? The government cares about what the majority think, provided it goes the way they want to. As I said earlier, I don't know why the government is so censor happy recently. I won't be surprised if we start seeing protests and civil unrest if the government keeps going on the way it is. They have known for a few years that the public is becoming sick of their bullshit, but they still keep going. Hopefully things turn around before they get worse, but I doubt that'll be the case. Thanks for watching. Bye.